If you guys want the fastest way to improve your aim, get some Control Freaks for cheap. Use code GOBLIN for 10% off and improve your aim today. Link in the description. Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to their Call of Duty World War II video. Now basically, I know a lot of new players have got this game for Christmas. Some of you guys watching this video probably just got this game whether it was Christmas or somewhere around the time. And besides that, I wanted to make this video. I'm basically going to be giving you guys 10 class ups in this video, but 5 are focused on low levels. So that's going to be for people who just got the game or for people who are going through their prestiges and stuff like that. And then the last 5 in this video are going to be my best 5 class ups overall, focused more for high level players. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Hopefully you guys will enjoy today's video. Let's go ahead and go for 68 likes. If you guys could drop a like, that would be amazing. And let's talk about it. So the first 5, let's remember, these are for low level players or people going through the prestiges. Because technically if you're 7th prestige but you're level 10, you're a low level player, right? So let's do this. First class up here. This is one that when you first get on the game or you first prestige, this is your handy dandy one. Airborne is easy to unlock. Now you're going to have to level it up, of course, if you just got the game, but it won't take too long. It'll just come naturally. Hustle allows you to reload faster and while sprinting and is unlocked at a very, very low level, as well as the P08 is basically your default pistol, and the grease gun is your first default SMG on the SMG list, and it is a pretty decent gun. It's not the best gun in the game, but a very quick and easy class up for when you first get started would be quick draw and grip, because those attachments are unlocked at very low weapon levels. This is definitely the go-to class up for basically your early levels and, you know, beginner player stuff like that. Next one is another SMG class up, and this is once you hit maybe around level 10 or, you know, somewhere around there, and you get a few more stuff. So you have the Airborne, you have the PPSH, but you don't have really the best basic trainings, which are Hunker and Primed, which are unlocked later. How you unlock Primed is at level 32, definitely one worth using your prestige tokens on, and how you unlock Hunker is by prestiging your armor division, which you definitely want to do because this is basically Flak Jacket in a perk form, so you want to get that done as soon as possible. But this is another one for an early level. The PPSH with the grip and the advanced rifling. This is honestly some of the best attachments on this gun. I find that advanced rifling, if you want to run the silencer with the Airborne, which comes built in, you can choose to either equip it or not. That sort of helps out with, because the silencer will decrease your range, but advanced rifling will increase your range. And then the grip, that makes this a very, very good PPSH class up. As well as the secondary, I would upgrade to the machine pistol when you unlock it. I believe it's unlocked at around level 10 or 12, something around there. Pretty good class up here. Next one is going to be your early game assault rifle class. Now, this is the M1941. It's your first unlocked, your default. You will always have this gun unlocked, assault rifle, right? But the thing is that this gun is really, really good. I run it with hustle so you can reload faster, and this gun fires at an insane fire rate, and honestly is one that's a really overpowered weapon, but because there's so many guns in this game, it sort of becomes underrated. But I would rock it with the red dot, the grip, and the quick draw. Definitely a very good early level assault rifle class. If you're into the SMG, stick to the grease gun or PPSH as your first sort of ones. And if you're into the rifles, go with the M1941, a very, very good gun. Next one is another early level one, which is the STG-44. I believe this one's unlocked at level 15. I rock it with Lookout, which allows enemy targets appear from farther away. That's also what I was rocking on this PPSH one. And just your default red dot extended mags grip. It's pretty, you know, sort of an early level one as well. It won't take too long to level up from level 1 up to 15. And when it starts to get hard leveling up is around level 30. So this is another really easy one to use at early levels. And the last one I have is more of a early level Hipfire Rushing class it up. This is with the Type 100, which I believe is unlocked at level somewhere around level 20 or something like that. You have Gunslinger, which allows you to fire guns while sprinting and diving. So basically, when you're running around, you can just be spraying people down. It's a really easy class it up and kind of a fun one to use, especially on maps like Flak Tower, Point du Hoc. This Gunslinger is definitely an underrated perk. I rock Steady Aim and Rapid Fire, which of course help close range, and that's what this class setup is made for. Your close range hip fire, and of course you can still aim down sights because the Type 100 basically has no recoil or very, very, very little recoil. So that's what I run here, and those are the 5 class setups you want to stick to for your early levels of your prestige, because a lot of the better ones are unlocked later. Now let's talk about my 5 class setups overall. Once you get to a high enough level, the ones you want to stick to on these basic trainings are either going to be Hunker or primed. Those are pretty much the two best ones. There's some other great ones, energetic and flanker, but those are probably your top two. Hunker, primed, energetic, flanker, and hustle. Those are what I would stick to as your main 5, maybe even add ordnance in there and gunslinger. Those are like your main basic training. So this is when you hit level 52, but I would 100% use, if you're going through the prestiges, use your prestige tokens if you haven't already on the bar. The bar with Hunker, red dot, grip, and extended mags. This is the best class setup in the game, in my opinion. Of course, it's for assault rifle players, but the bar is deadly. With extended mags, you're going to have, of course, it says 20 bullets, but with extended mags, you're going to have, 30, as you can see. A 10 on the accuracy because of the grip. There's really low recoil on this gun. A pretty decent fire rate, even though that was nerfed a long time ago. And just your standard overall, this is sort of like your ACR of this game, and this is the assault rifle that you can rely on any map that, the maps in this game, certain ones are very, very small. Point du Hoc, Flak Tower, London Docks, those ones you probably want to go with an SMG class setup. But when you get on bigger maps, Gibraltar, the Forest, this assault rifle will do absolutely wonders for you. And definitely with the infantry division, you guys can see from these class setups, I'm sticking with the airborne and the infantry division pretty much all the time with these different class setups. Next one here is a very, very good SMG class setup, the PPSH. Now this gun is unlocked at an early level, however this is more of a high level class setup because of what you need for it. You need primed, which is unlocked at 32, additional primary attachment, and you flinch slightly less when shot. It's around 15% less of a flinch. This game already has basically not much flinch, but this does help you out. As the main thing is that you get 3 attachments: advanced rifling, grip, and the rapid fire. And the grip and the rapid fire make this gun still not have too much recoil, but this makes a PPSH really dummy overpowered because of how fast the fire rate is, how good it is at long range, and the grip, how controllable it is. I run this class up without the silencer, and this is one where basically I don't think I'm going to get grenaded too much, so I don't need Hunker, but I do want to win a ton of gunfights. This is probably one of my favorite SMG class setups. And of course, if you're running into, you're on a map where you think you're going to get grenaded, you simply come over here, primed, and you know what? I'm going to throw on Hunker, and then I can just sacrifice the rapid fire for that. So it all depends what you want to do, but definitely a very, very good class setup. Next one here is a newer class setup, which I used in my video yesterday. I got 85 kills with it. Check it out. This is the exact class setup I was using. Hunker, airborne, M1928 with the grip extended mags. This gun was buffed, and the fire rate is a 9, but in my opinion, it's a 10 now after this buff. It's insane, the fire rate on this gun, and this feels like your close range gun. You're not going to beat a class setup like this because sure, maybe a gunslinger steady aim could beat this one, but with this, it's the hipfire is decent, but I still recommend aiming down sights. Hunker will protect you from those grenades, and grip extended mags is basically all you won't even have to reload that often. You have 45 bullets, even though you do have a 9 fire rate. Reloads are fairly quick with this gun, and grip, your recoil is pretty much straight up vertical. As far as my 9th class setup, this one is the FG42, which was recently hit with a nerf. However, I think this gun, I don't think it's a top tier assault. I think it's sort of mid-level. It's still on the edge of mid and top tier. Of course, the bar is better in my opinion, and these class ups are all for public match sort of stuff. But if you use primed and you basically build your class up around this gun, so red dot, grip, extended mags, and the rapid fire, which basically counteracts the fire rate nerf, this gun can still be very, very effective at a long range and in certain situations. Do I think it's better than the bar or the M1941? I don't think so. I think this is sort of on the level. It might even be worse than the STG, but it's still a fun gun to use, and one that you can definitely, with that rapid fire and with this class step, the recoil is not going to be there. It's just going to be a small, tiny bounce, and you're going to be pretty much guaranteeing yourselves 3-shot kills every single time. So it still is a gun that if you were comfortable with this gun before the nerf and the patch, this is still a class step that's a go-to, but I really recommend primed on this one so you can have those attachments. As far as my last class setup here, this one is with the newly buffed MP40, which has an 8 on the fire rate, but I guess that's sort of right. It did get a fire rate buff. I run this one. This is sort of my stealth class setup. Now, I've talked about stealth class setups in the past. I've said you can use pretty much any SMG for this class, so you can replace it with any SMG you want here. But the main thing about this stealth class setup is the flanker, And how you unlock Flanker is you basically have to prestige your mountain division once, and you're going to want to prestige if you're oh no, that's not how you unlock Flanker. Sorry, that's how you unlock Inconspicuous. Flanker is just unlocked at a high level. I think it's level 52, 50, something like that. Sorry for the confusion there. That's how you unlock Flanker. So this is definitely a high level classed up, or one if you like this class up enough to use your prestige tokens on. But I say you can run any SMG, but stick to the attachments grip and advanced rifling unless you're on a gun that doesn't need grip. In my opinion, the only one that doesn't need grip here, probably the Type 100. The MP40, you could use it without grip. I just find it's more comfortable. But the advanced rifling with the flanker, with the airborne, you 100% want to use the suppressor on this gun because that counteracts it. And you will be very, very stealthy. Enemies will not be able to spot you. You know, if you're playing a game mode where there's a lot of UAV spam, you know, maybe TDM or hardpoint, this is a nice little class setup. Of course, you are vulnerable to grenades, but this is a very good one. So, hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Here's the top 5 class setups overall for high-level players, and the top 5 for low-level players who are new to the game or going through prestiges. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy today's video. If you guys could drop a like on this thing, I would really appreciate that. Subscribe if you guys are new. Sub to the channel. Sub for Cookie and Don't Looky. And that's about it, guys. I'm out. Peace.